I'm with Lixia Zhu. She is the managing director of 76 Columbus. That is a family office that has chosen to base itself here in Dubai. So we're at Raw Coffee to meet another one of our new neighbours. Lixia, I'm saying welcome to Dubai, but you've been here for a good 6 or 7 months now.
Indeed.
So tell me why a New York-based family office, an investment vehicle, if you like, has chosen to relocate itself from Manhattan to Dubai.
That's a very interesting story, and I've been asked by my friends from US and in Asia. So I would say both professional reason and also some personal as well. So as our investment, our own family office, we do investing in all alternative investments across different funds, VC, hedge fund, and fund, as well as some co-investment with technology, with some uh, exposure also in real estate. For that extent, where majority of our exposure are in United States today, and with some exposure in Europe and Asia. So as I came to the region actually 4 years ago, I really see the region's growth potential. Reminded me a lot about where I originally come from in Asia in the 19th, early 2000s. So as I came in and out of this region for the last 4 years, I really see the growth. So when the time's ready about earlier last year, I was telling my husband and my two cats, let's move to Dubai, let's move to UAE, explore the Middle East. So as we came here, it really shows this huge potential of the region in terms of the country's very ambitious growth plan. I read about D33, population growth, economic GDP growth is very fascinating. With that, I see the public sectors and private sectors in terms of collaborations, it's very friendly and collaborative. I think that's very encouragement for us to set our base here and really look into this region as a launchpad where we have collaborations with Asia, where I really originated from, and also in United States as well. Not mention, well, Middle East, I was just in Singapore 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to Taipei next weekend. During the summer, I was in Europe and then back to the US. So definitely, its geolocations have huge potential, like very convenient in terms of travel. Not mention countries, definitely safety. First time I kept putting my phone on the coffee shop and I took around in the mall and came back, it's still there on my laptop. So where else I can find this place? Love to be here.
How is it affecting and will it affect what you invest in? Where do you see the opportunities for your actual family office to place investment?
That's a great question, to be honest. At the moment, as our majority of our exposure outside of this region, but the whole reason we moved here, right, set here on the foot, on the ground, it's really getting to know of the industry here. Few other industries where we actually have exposure to is digital assets in blockchain space and AI. I was just on the panel for Dubai AI and Web3 conference. Really, I see the dynamic of the very vibrant environment in terms of innovations, both from public and also private sector. Public in terms, like I mentioned earlier, how the public sector is encouraging and offer a lot of incentives for collaborating in private sector. And the private sector also quite innovative and creative in terms of how to work with each other and how to work with public sector. So to your question, I think in the near future, I really like to get to know more about the region, not only the industry we're very familiar with from Western world, so call it, but also a little bit more dynamic of particular use cases for this region. Let's say prop tech. I heard a lot of prop tech in terms of opportunities. Mm-hmm. And also some in the finance space interacting with technology. I think in those areas is somewhere like I initially got myself into, like to learn more. So I definitely see a lot of potential.
Is that potential personal outside the family office? I mean, I know you yourself have launched startups, you advise startups, you lecture with a university. I mean, could you do something of your own here outside of investment?
That's a fantastic question. Actually, I'm quite involved with some of those entrepreneurship, so-called that mentoring and venture with a couple of blockchain crypto accelerators here in the region. And one of them actually is sets their collaboration and sets their base in DFC. Absolutely. So I think as a founder myself in the past, I really see the exciting journey as well very challenging path to the success. So for that extent, I'm always there to help and mentor in any aspect as I can to add value beyond just writing a check. That's really small amount of investor can do. So absolutely, and I look forward to really being involved in the entrepreneurship and acceleration kind of landscape in this region. I see it's growing from more very nascent to very much to advanced stage for sure. Yeah.
You said there were also personal reasons for moving. Tell me about what this has meant for you and your family and how it's working 6 months in.
It falls in two ways. First, as I'm very involved in our family in terms of humbly called learning the region and to invest and see where we can get exposure to. Secondly, my husband actually quite involved in the day-to-day execution in terms of crypto space. So one of the regulations for these regions we have seen that is very, from the public framework perspective, it's very friendly and very collaborative. This we really appreciate. As well from my own roots, let's call that. Originally, I'm from China, and when I go back to last week, I was in Singapore. When I go back in terms of the business collaborations with Asia, it just makes so much easier for that personal reason. It's just after 15 years in the United States, moving towards Asia. Absolutely. Yeah.
So what kind of roots have you already put down here? Have you bought property? Would you look at it? What's your setup look like?
When we came here, we set ourselves as this place is long term. So we're really looking to learning the real estate, not only for ourselves to choose somewhere we can live, but as well for potential future investment, 100%, to balance our risk profile a little bit.
So last question, how long do you see yourself here?
Ooh, that's a tricky question. So when I went to United States, I thought I just gonna go in and out for my first master's, 2 years, right? So the next thing I know, it's 15 years past. So it's really hard to see. I do see this place very long term, in decades, I can tell. We're actively looking into the real estate, finding really connect with friends here to build very fruitful friendship, etc. So yeah, at least many decades to come. Let's see.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing so much of your professional, your personal journey.
Thank you. Really enjoy it. Thanks for your time.
Dubai Eye 103.8.
Join the conversation.